So we're going to be looking at this map right here, and we're going to use this map, this drawing of the city of Tenochtitlan, to answer some questions. But we've got some context that we're going to start with. So Tenochtitlan was the center of the Aztec Empire, as well as a place where people came together from different parts of Mesoamerica to make it a site of encounter. We're going to look at the different sources to determine why this city was where people in Mesoamerica came together. Let's start out by looking at the map of the city. There are a couple of things to keep in mind. A, in the middle of Tenochtitlan was a Templo Mayor, a twin temple to the Aztec gods. Around it was a ceremonial center with temples to more Aztec gods and the central marketplace. So if you can see, you've got A and B right here. So this is the big temple right here in the very center of the city. And then around the temple, you can see right here, you've got where the marketplace is going to be. So you've got a big temple and a big marketplace. There were probably 200,000 people living in the city in the 16th century. Notice the symbols for boats on the lake. Behind the boats are symbols of chinapas. So if we scroll down here, we can see that we've got some boats, and then here are the chinapas. And remember, chinapas are like floating gardens where they built in the middle or in the lake. They built these floating gardens so that they could grow food for the city and for the marketplace. So we can see those kind of here. We can see them here. There were 3 causeways that connected the city to the mainland. So these are the causeways, just long, flat bridges. That's going to make it, even though the city is in the middle of the Lake Texcoco, they're able to travel on these causeways to get in and out of the city. Think about like how that might help with protecting the city. If there's only a couple of ways that people can get there, think about how that might like direct traffic in the city. We've got these bridges right here. Okay, so now that we've broken down the map, we're going to answer our 3 questions down here at the bottom. So you have sentence starters, and your first task is to describe a feature of the city that made it ideal for a site of encounter. Remember that what makes it a site of encounter is that people came together from different parts of Mesoamerica. So people traveled into the city. So the map from the Rare Book of Division points out. This is where you're just going to describe what are some of the things in the map. What is the map showing? Okay, our next sentence is where we're going to start to analyze it. And this is where you're going to say how it would encourage people to react. So if you're talking about like the marketplace would encourage people to interact, to like come together and talk because, or maybe it's the causeways, maybe it is the temple, but what's going to encourage people to interact or to talk to each other when they're in the city? And our very last sentence here is, how does this support Tenochtitlan as a site of encounter? So how is whatever it is you're talking about here, the markets, the temples, the chinapas, whatever you're talking about here, how is that going to make people who don't live in Tenochtitlan want to go to Tenochtitlan? How is that going to make people want to travel across Mesoamerica to get to the city of Tenochtitlan? Okay, once you've got that, you're ready for your next site.